All right, we are here with Lisa Friedel today. She is an M4 method client. She's been with us for the past 2 years, and Lisa has had some outstanding results. Lisa, tell us, how much weight have you lost with the M4 method?
About 45 pounds.
Amazing, amazing. And how long did it take you to lose that weight?
Around four months, a little over 4 months.
Awesome. So Lisa, tell us where you were. First of all, tell us your age.
I'm 47.
47, and she lost 45 pounds in 4 months. So don't tell me it can't happen when you're over 40, right?
Right.
So Lisa, tell us where you were before starting the M4 method. Like, where were you at in life? How were you feeling? What were your struggles? And why did you decide to join us?
Well, I had slowly gained some weight over a course of about 3 years. And I had undergone a lot of personal family stress. And throughout that time, right at the tail end of that, I had gone to my doctor for a physical blood work. And it showed that my cholesterol was high, my liver panels were all high. And he had mentioned that if I didn't get those numbers down, that I'd have to consider cholesterol medication. And I didn't want to do that. I told him that I would figure out a way to do it without taking medication, and I'd be back to see him once I did it. And so I was basically under eating. I wasn't eating right. I really wasn't doing anything right. And then I sought help with Yolanda, and she scanned me, and we started the whole process.
Right. Okay. So first you started with macro tracking. How was your experience with that?
Well, the first week was the hardest because I had a hard time getting used to my numbers. Since I was under eating for so long, it was hard for me to meet those numbers each day, especially the protein. At first, when Yolanda told me that I could only eat 86 carbs in a day, I laughed at her because I'm like, I eat that with my coffee, like from pastry. So she laughed and was like, oh, well. So I got my numbers. The harder part was actually meeting the protein. But by the end of the first week, I figured out how I had to ration out my meals and determine what I had to eat earlier in the day, what I'd eat in the middle of the day, what I ate at the end of the day, and just basically balance it out. Right. But it did take a good week.
Yeah. Okay. And now, how is macro tracking for you?
Well, it's easy. I don't even have to log because I know what to eat. I know what's in everything. I did come to this with a slight advantage because I have 2 kids that are type 1 diabetics. So for years, since they were young, I learned how to read nutrition facts. I knew what labels meant. I knew how to, so I knew where the carbs were. I knew where the protein was. I knew where the fat was. I just didn't know how to balance it until I received my own macros number.
Right. And you know your formula.
Right.
Okay. So, and then eventually you began training with me, and we started focusing on strength training. And I know you were nervous, and you had never really done, back squats and deadlifts, and you were intimidated. But tell me how you've progressed with that, and where are you at now?
Well, it started out, of course, one-on-one with you, and that was great because I personally needed more focus, and I felt as though if I started in a group class, it was too much of a distraction for me to start that at once. It was because I felt a little overwhelmed at first, but doing one-on-one helped me focus. And then once we switched from that to small group, that changed things, the dynamics a little bit, because it allowed us to be accountable to each other. And it was just encouraging. It was great. And I love small group, and I'm continuing to do that. But as time has progressed, I have gotten much stronger. Like, it's almost hard to believe.
It is hard to believe. She kicks my butt sometimes. We train together. She's one of my accountability sisters. And there are days where I cannot keep up with this woman. She recently competed in a powerlifting competition. Tell us what your back squat and your deadlift are after only about a year and a half actual strength training.
Oh, well, the competition back in December, I set a Tennessee state record for my squat, and at the time it was 165. And now, since then, I've hit 185 from, that was December to April when I did my back squat again in the next competition. My PR for my deadlift, the latest one, is 242 pounds. So that's as far as I've gotten as of now. But that's much further than where I was. I was at 215 back in December.
Right.
So by April, I was at 242.
And before then, we were using kettlebells.
Right.
Right. So I know a lot of women, they're cardio queens, and they just are so bent on doing lots of cardio, and they feel like they have to sweat and they have to get their heart rate really, really going. And I'm trying to wrap their minds around it. And Lisa trained 3 days a week, heavy strength training and lifting. And so many women are worried about getting bulky and looking like a man. So Lisa, you strength train really heavy 3 days a week. You don't do gobs of cardio. You barely do any cardio. You've managed to lose 45 pounds of fat. You've put on a ton of muscle mass. You've lost over like 17 or so inches. And we need to show you guys Lisa's before picture, which we will do. But tell us how that's so not true, and how you're not bulking like a man, and how you don't have to do gobs of cardio. So just give us some insight from you on that.
Well, just so you know, when I did lose the 45 pounds, I lost 33 inches.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was there. That's
yeah.
Inches, 33 inches.
And it completely transformed my body. I became a lot leaner, but with the strength training, gaining muscle, losing all that body fat right in the beginning, I took the risk of losing a couple pounds of muscle only because it was so much more important to lose the fat for heart health reasons.
For health reasons, yeah.
Yes, and your body wants to do that one metabolic function at a time typically, and that's what it did. But I've since gained that back and then some. So in doing that, because of strength training, it has brought me to a point where I'm so much stronger. But in terms when I do cardio, like if I do it once a week, if I come in for the Saturday class, if I'm strong. Like I can keep up. And it's totally, and I don't feel like I've bulked. I've gotten leaner, and my physique has transformed better than it ever was, even when I was an athlete at what I considered my top peak age and level back even as a teenager in high school. I don't even look anything like that right now. I look better. You would never think 30 years later that I would look better.
You're stronger, you have more energy, and you don't do gobs of cardio.
Right. And I never really had trouble sleeping, but because of the energy I have, I get up in the morning, I can go all day, all the way till late night, go to bed, hit the pillow, and I'm out. And I get a solid night's sleep, like 99% of the time.
Awesome. So it's just proof again, the M4 formula works. Don't do gobs of cardio, macro tracking, hitting your macros, lifting heavy. Lisa does her mobility to make sure that her body doesn't get injured and stays mobile. We're going to share that before picture soon. Thanks, Lisa, for your time, and continue on with your awesome transformation. And she's going to do another competition here in August, and we'll update you guys with her new personal best record.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Lisa.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you.